Hello, my name is Lily and I'm part of the Customer Thermometer support team. And today I'm going to be running you through the Autotask integration and we're going to be using method 1. Method 1 is setting up the survey within your notification templates within Autotask. If we go into our Autotask help guide here, we have method 1 already written out. We do have a second method, which is method 2, survey email message, which we'll be going through in a separate video. Okay, so firstly, what we need to do is create our embedded thermometer. So when you log in, you'll be taken to your dashboard. You'll need to go to Manage Thermometers, and then you'll need to head to Embedded Thermometers. Once in your embedded thermometers, you'll need to add a new embedded thermometer. From the type, you'll need to select Autotask. Now we have a lot of different options on this page for setting up your thermometer. Today I'm just going to focus on the main Autotask points, but you can find the full setups for what each of these things do. So the icons, for example, your temperature ratings, all of that can be found in our embedded thermometer guide step by step. So you can find that in our user guide and have a look at those different options. But for today, we're just going to mainly focus on our Autotask specific settings. So once you've found Autotask and you've selected it, you will need to scroll down and you have to enter your Autotask credentials. Now this is because we want to set up a write back, so that means that the ratings that you collect in Customer Thermometer can also be pushed back and sit within Autotask, so you can also view them in there. So you need to add in your integration code, which as you can see here, it's a 27 character ID, which you can find in your Autotask settings. You'll also need to enter your username as well and password. Once you've done all that, you can click verify credentials and this should turn green once it's gone through and verified. So once that's verified, you can then move on to naming your thermometer, popping in whether you'd like MPS or not, or what type of MPS you're looking at collecting, and your question, your icons, and all of that stuff, which again you can find in the guide. The next section is the landing page. Once a recipient has clicked on an icon, a landing page will appear. Now, this is basically confirming to the recipient that their click has gone through, so their feedback has been submitted, but it also gives you an opportunity to ask them to leave a comment. So if you really want to get some more granular data about why they clicked on gold or red, for example, they can leave a comment. Now, I won't run through everything on the landing page, but I'm just going to show you an example of one here for a beauty company. So we have a footer here, all the colours are customizable. This is what your comments box would look like, and you can edit the text depending on which rating a recipient has clicked. So you can have different text for your gold, for example, and different text for your red landing pages, because the messaging will be slightly different depending on what they've picked. And of course, we've got our social media buttons on there as well. So that's just an example. And all these customization options will be shown down here, so you can work your way through and add and upload whatever you would like, change the colors. So there is a guide for that as well, called creating landing pages within the user guide, if you just want to go in and have a little bit more detail on that, but we won't run through it today, as we really want to focus on getting the survey up and running within Autotask. So once you've customised your landing page and your thermometer survey as you wish, you'll need to click Save. So we've got all of that saved. Then you'll need to click the Generate Embed Code button. A lovely pop-up will appear like this, which will show you a preview of what your survey will look like at the top. And then underneath, this is where we have our custom fields. So I'll explain what these custom fields do. You might notice some of the variables at the bottom here, or placeholders. So these are from Autotask. So these are Autotask variables and placeholders. Now what we do is we use these custom fields. You can have up to 10. And we take variables or placeholders from Autotask and pop them in here. Now when we generate our HTML, those variables and placeholders are encoded into our HTML, which will allow us to pull through the relevant information. So for example, ticket ID will be able to match up with the ticket ID held in Autotask and pull that information back into Customer Thermometer against the response. So this will give you identifiable data for the person who's leaving it, the ticket number, if you have a variable or placeholder for the sender or the person that's closing the ticket, so maybe rep or agent name, you can also pop those in here. So you pop those in custom 2, for example. If you have the company placeholder variable, you pop it in company. Once you've popped in all the variables in your custom fields that you would like to collect, you can hit generate HTML. And this we're going to copy, and this is the HTML we're going to jump into Autotask with and place. Okay, so I've headed into our Autotask demo account. You'll need to make sure you have your admin rights enabled to do this. So you'll need to go to the tab here, admin, features and settings. You'll then need to go application wide shared features. So once you've opened up your application wide shared features tab, you now have 2 options of where you want to embed your survey. So you can actually do it in the notification templates section, or you can do it in the survey email messages section. Today we're going to run through the notification templates. So we're going to click that. Then you'll need to head over to Service Desk. So here you'll see all the different notifications we have for Service Desk. I'm going to use the ticket completion one, which is here. So you'll need to click the pencil next to it. So once your email template is open, you'll need to jump into Customer Thermometer quickly and copy that HTML code that we generated. So we need to double click, copy, and then pop back into our template. You'll want to scroll down and you'll want to make sure that you're not pasting it in the design view. You'll need to paste it in the HTML. If you already have a lot of HTML in here, then I would suggest just simply hitting enter at the bottom just to create a new line for your survey to go on that's clear. Now, once you've pasted in your survey, you can simply save and close that template. As mentioned in our user guide here, you'll need to edit or add workflows to that notification template. We do have a section on our guide, if I click this and scroll down, called Creating Workflow Rules, and that will run through everything you need to know. So you'll need to ensure that you have these rules set up in order for either method, so 1 or 2, to work properly. I will run through it now as well, but the written guidance is here. So you'll need to pop into your Autotask, and we'll need to go to admin again. We'll need to go to workflow rules, and we'll need to make sure we're on the Service Desk tab as well. Then you'll need to find the workflow rule associated with that notification that your ticket's in. So I know that mine's in this one, so I'm going to edit it. If you don't already have a workflow rule, then you'll need to create a new one, and we would suggest asking for Autotask's assistance if you're not sure what to do when creating a new rule, just so they can ensure that everything is set up and isn't conflicting with anything else that you've got. Okay, so once this view is opened up, we'll need to make sure that the time added by is set to anyone. We'll need to make sure that the status is to complete. So here, status equal to complete. And then what we'll need to do is we'll need to go back up to the top and go to notifications. Please note method 2 is slightly different, but as mentioned, we'll go through that on a separate video. So we need to click notification. Here we just need to make sure that the mail is going to be sent to the ticket contact, so make sure that this box is also ticked. Make sure that it's coming from a relevant email address. And then the notification, just make sure that you're using that notify customer of ticket completion notification that we set up earlier with our survey in. And then the subject line, of course, you can change to. Once that's all complete, you can simply save and close. So we've now completed our embedding of the survey within our ticket notifications. So the next thing we need to do is just check that the write back is working. Now the write back is a little bit different for method 1. If you're using method 2, then when you verify your credentials within Customer Thermometer in that verify section, once that's hit green, then your write back will work. For method 1, there are just some little things that we need to check. And don't forget, method 1 is the email notification template, so that's what we're doing now. So we'll need to go to Autotask, Admin, User Defined Fields. Then we'll need to go to Tickets. And you should see a Customer Thermometer temperature line here. So once it's open, we just want to make sure that it's ticked and it's active. So this is where in the user defined field section, your customer thermometer rating will show within that ticket. So last but not least, you'll need to make sure that the user-defined fields are visible within Autotask. I know for some users they're not automatically visible, so you'll just need to make sure that that field is visible within your ticket. Within our setup instructions, we do have a list of points for you to follow. You'll find it under the Autotask write back section. So if I scroll down slightly, from this marker here, it'll just take you through where to ensure that that user-defined field is shown. So as mentioned here, the newly defined field, you'll need to make sure it's in section 5 so it's visible on your tickets. But if you do need any help with this section, please do let me know by contacting ministry@customerthermometer.com. So let's test it out. Okay, so I've created a dummy test ticket, so we'll just need to complete it and then hopefully that notification will be triggered. Okay, so I've received my ticket notification for it being completed. Obviously yours will be a little bit more exciting than mine. Mine is just a tester, just so you can see the icons. But let's click gold. And I'm gonna leave a comment. Now, of course, as mentioned, all this can be customizable, so it looks nice and bright like this landing page here. We've just got a demo one on now. So I'm going to hit submit. And now that's been submitted, we're just going to head back into Autotask. And if we head back into our Autotask ticket, you'll be able to see under user defined fields that we've got our temperature rating here of gold star. Just so you know that currently the comments are not written back into Autotask, it is just the rating. Now we're going to pop into Customer Thermometer and have a look at our reporting. So you'll need to go from the dashboard to the reporting area. You'll need to find your thermometer, and you'll need to go to your responses tab. And then here we can see this is the test that I just did. So I am the recipient here, so I did it for my personal address. Then we have my first and last name, and we also have custom one collecting our ticket number. If you were to collect other things such as agent name, etc., those would show along here as well. So don't forget, you can use those variables or placeholders from Autotask to collect any data you wish to pull in and show next to your response, as shown here. And then we've got our little comment here in the pink. Now, there are loads of different reporting pieces you can do on this with league tables and bits like that. But if you have any questions around the reporting, or if there's anything really specific you are looking for, please do email us at ministry@customerthermometer.com and we will do our best to help you find the reporting that you're looking for. All right, thank you so much and have a lovely rest of your day.